Well, hello, friends. Welcome back to another Truth for Today. I'm Pastor Mike, coming to you from the Lighthouse Baptist Church here in Seagrove. We hope today's devotional thought finds you doing very well. We're taking our reading today out of the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter number 5, one verse number 25. It's short, but very powerful. In that verse, the Apostle Paul says this: "Brethren, pray for us." The plea of the preacher was to the church there at Thessalonica. And it was a plea that those in the church to whom he was ministering to would do this one thing for him. He didn't ask him to pay him. He didn't ask him to promote him, but he did say this: "Would you pray for us?" And I want to make a plea today to everybody out there that'll hear this devotion that attends a church. The greatest thing you can ever do, or one of the greatest things you will ever do in your life, is to take responsibility to pray for your pastor. The one that preaches to you the word, the one that ministers to you week in, week out. So many times, I believe in Christianity, there's a big mistake that's made. People think that, well, the pastor has some super spiritual status. He's a notch above everybody else. So therefore, there's this unseen S on the chest, and he's going to make it. He's going to do well regardless. Can I tell you that nothing's farther from the truth in that? I heard this cliche one time, and I thought it was very good. It said, "Don't put your pastor on a pedestal where he can fall, but put him on a prayer list where you can lift him up." I like that, because me personally, I know that's one place I want to be. I don't want to be on a pedestal. I do want to be on your prayer list. And but this plea is not just to the people that I pastor, the good folks at Lighthouse Baptist Church. No, this plea is for any Christian and every Christian that will hear this. Today, if you're not already consistently, daily praying for your pastor, let's you and I take the challenge that Paul laid out there to the Thessalonican church. He said, "Brethren, pray for us." Your pastor needs your prayers for several reasons. I'll mention a couple. Number one, because he's human. He battles things. As a matter of fact, we pastors have the same battles that many of the people that we pastor have. There's going to be seasons where he fights discouragement, where he fights despair. There's going to be times when he goes through dry seasons in his life, just like you do. I know I've had conversations with the people that I pastor, and I try to preach this as well to the folks at Lighthouse. I try to be transparent and let them know, hey, I battle things. I go through seasons like you go through. And I was having that conversation with an individual one day that was sharing with me some of their struggles, and they thought that the struggles they had were odd. And I was like, no, the struggles you have are normal, because that is the Christian life. And pastors go through similar, if not the same things that members go through. And so pray for your pastor. Make it a daily thing. And I want to say this: as you pray for your pastor, as you help carry the burden of ministry by just lifting him up in prayer, pray for wisdom in his life. Pray for protection from the adversary. Pray for his family, that God would keep his marriage protected, and God will keep his relationship with his spouse healthy and moving forward. And then lift up his wife, lift up his children. One thing I know for a fact, that if you're praying for him in that manner, and if you're praying for his family in that manner, what it's going to do is build the bonds you have with your pastor. And so praying for your pastor is going to be multifaceted in the benefits that it works in your life and in his as well as the church itself. So today, we're just concentrating on what Paul said: "Brethren, pray for us." If you're out there today and you're a Christian, do that. Pray for your pastor. Lift him up in prayer. You ain't got to report to him every week that you're praying for him, because I promise you this: if you're praying for your pastor, he'll know it. He'll know it. He'll know it because he feels it when he studies. He feels it when he preaches. He feels it in the protection that God gives to him in his life. And so, friend, let's you and I rise to the occasion and call and pray for those who minister to us in word and in the Christian faith. Hope today's devotional thought will lift your spirits, encourage your heart, and set you in action, if you weren't already there, to pray for your pastor. Have a great day, and God bless you.